I'm live. Welcome. That's day 5 of building startup for Salesforce ecosystem. So far, we have quite a lot of things. We have the landing page, we have login page, we have basically almost every page except the course page where the person will be reading the Apex stuff. So what I'm building very quick website where you can automatically write some code and it's gonna check the code. It's gonna be everything combined with the text and video, so it will be interactive. You will be going from complete beginner to something to the level where you can actually code in Apex. So the idea is to make the best on the market course for learning how to code. And today I'm finishing the design in Figma for the website, and I'm not turning my stream off until I finish the whole design. So welcome everyone, and as always, first I'm gonna check if the stream is actually running. I don't see it running. Now here we go. Okay, and I'm gonna write something in the chat. So if you're stumbling across this and if you're watching, please drop the comment. Please write something because I wanna see that you actually watched it. And the question for today would be, why are you? What is exactly that you're interested here when you clicked on the thumbnail on the video or joined the stream? I'd be quite curious. What do you say? So I'm gonna write here. Welcome to the day 5. So here's what I have so far. This landing page, that looks quite awesome. I like it. For some reason it's not interactive anymore. No idea why, but anyway, we have here pricing component, and then I also have those two modules. So basically the separation will be like this. We're gonna have different modules. This is like a very top level topics. And then within those modules, we're gonna have topics. I would call them topics. And within those topics, we're also gonna have subtopics. So the idea is, for example, module. I'm not gonna create a whole design in Figma for everything, but the idea will be that we have here module 1, and if we click on the module 1, we go to something like this. This is the module 1. So I'm gonna just create the layout for the module 1, and then obviously when we're gonna be coding it with React or with Next.js, with basically React, we will be implementing it as more material we add, the more stuff we're gonna add. So there's no additional benefit of creating all the pages because we will be coding it ourselves, right? So okay. So this is module 1, and the module 1 will start with variables because that's the first topic that you need to know when you start learning how to code, right? Variables. And when you click on variables, you will be navigated to something like this. And here module 1 and the topic is variables, and it will be developer console here. That's the first topic, even though it's variables, but we need to show for the person how to deal with developer console. And then simple variables, then how to debug the code. Maybe we can actually change them, but I don't want to mess up here with the icons that I did yesterday. And then let's say we have operations, and then within the subtopics you're gonna have even more subtopics. That's how I plan it. I am quite sure that this whole setup will be different when we actually start coding, depending on the material that we have, because for now it kind of mess up. So we have 4 hierarchy levels. That's kind of a lot. I don't know. That doesn't sound right for me. But anyway, before we actually also start, I want to thank you everyone who watched the stream, because this is awesome. You're watching like the first video that was not streamed, that was online. I think you watched over 100 people. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you and welcome. So the idea for today is to finish this course page, right? And if we have this course page, we're gonna have basically everything that's needed. and here Igor created those things, and he will be creating profile and about us. So this is the last piece that is missing to finish the design. And the way I want to have it is, of course, I want to have it similar to the Codegym, of course. This is just plain stealing. I want to have some kind of this sidebar. So let's say if we go to the course, if we scroll down, if we open here tasks, the bar will be sticking there, right? But the problem is it doesn't really fit into our design. So because our design, so here's the problem that we have. The design ends basically here, right? So if we put this thing, if we put it here, it looks a little bit strange, right? Maybe I could make it like this, and then put those things into auto layout. Or are they already in auto layout? Ah, they are already. Nice. So basically I want to have this bar sticking, so I don't want it flowing anywhere. And oops, no, don't shrink. Like this, and then I can put this whole bar to the full page, and that looks a little bit strange. Actually. One thing that we could do, we could completely remove the logo from this one, or we can put the logo somewhere here, and then let's actually try it out. So this is, I'm gonna say Control D, Control V here, and logo should be above the sidebar like this. And if we put it here, can we actually, I would like to put it inside, but that's fine. It's fine for now, just to try out and to see if that works. I think that's good. And then we're gonna remove logo here. And then we're gonna take this whole thing and put it here like this. And then I'm also gonna remove those because we don't really need them. And surprisingly, this color matches exactly the color that we have here in the background. So it looks a little bit strange. Can we change the background color? Let's see Figma how to change background color. Not the background, the background of the layout. Background color. Start tutorial, what the hell is that? Oh, is this. Oh, nope. What do you want? Double click, yeah. Wow, this is a cool this is a cool lesson, but I want to change the background of the whole layout. Just say to me how to change that. Yeah, well, I understand how to change it background for an element, but can we change it for, okay, whatever. So for that, can I add a stroke here so that we can visually separate them? Yeah, I think it's good. So what do you think about this change? I think it's okay. I think it's good to go. Looks nice. Yeah, and then here on the left side we're also gonna have logout org, or we're gonna have login org if the org is not logged. That looks good. Now if I enable here those things, everything is completely butchered, but whatever, that works. And then we're going to have here the elements of actually actually reading stuff, right? So the same way as they have. And one thing that is probably here is not on the layout is what we are missing is, let me create here immediately one frame, and I'm gonna call this frame checker. What is this? Checker, whatever. So the checker is missing. So what I mean by checker is actually this thing. Where is it? This whole thing. So it will be differently designed. I don't like the design of Codegym. But basically the idea is that you have the task, you have your editor, and then you have some kind of bar where you can write it. So if I execute it, then also here you're gonna have output, right? And then the feedback. So this is the plan for today, to do those two things. Still checking if the stream is going. Yes, the stream is going. Awesome. Awesome. Good. So we have this. Now I'm gonna create a rectangle here indicating that, okay, let's actually, maybe we should make it bigger, like this. And I'm gonna add this logo into the profile. Can I? No, I can't, right? Doesn't just give me the way. Anyway, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see if it looks any better. Does it? I think it's a little bit more proportional, but I don't think it looks much better. I think what we had here was actually fine, something like this. Because we don't need super much text, right? We're not gonna have a lot of text in those, or they're gonna overflow into two different rows. So we're gonna leave more space for reading here. And for that, I'm gonna put here like this, a rectangle, and this is going to be the text rectangle where we actually read the stuff. Maybe we can make it a little bit more, because I see that here's a little bit too much of a gap. Like this, and then like this. Yeah, okay, let's change it to this one. This is where we actually gonna have our content, and I don't know how to indicate that we have here content. Because this is going to be basically purely text here. Well, yeah, with some screenshots, right? So with some screenshots. So if I go to the Cloud Prism, this is how it's going to look like. So now I have this block, Cloud Prism. And it takes forever to load. And we can, in the meanwhile, we can look how they have it. So they have actually quite a lot of spacing here on both sides. So it looks actually not bad if we have spacing, right? So let me enable back grids. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine with this spacing. It's like, say 3 spacing units here, 2.5. I think it's gonna be good. I think it should be fine. Maybe we could even make it smaller by having one less, and then having one less here. No, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. It's way too small. Like this, and then here, like this. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna refine it once we have the actual site, because I don't think it makes sense to think about this now. It kind of depends on how much text we have. So definitely what I don't want to have is like super large lines, because it's hard to read them. So here, for example, the text is actually has quite computed. Let's see what they're using for. They're using 18, so it's quite something, right? 18. Let's see how 18 looks like. Hello world. Yeah. Okay. So here, what we're gonna have? We're gonna have here the name of the. Now the problem that we face is that if I put here in the middle, for example, I say integers, right? The name of the current page where we are. It's kind of gonna be misaligned here. So I'm gonna do the same as they have. I'm gonna have here links. So basically bread. I think they called bread. Whatever. Doesn't matter how they called. So I'm gonna have here module one slash module one slash variables slash operations slash integers, like this. I'm gonna put it here, and they're gonna be active links, so you can, like this. And probably I should also make them with a proper, like this, module one, and then variables, and then operations, and then properly with capitalized I, integers. Ready for the first program. So this is kind of their heading, right? I can put this heading actually integers. Can put this heading here, so I can say, let's see, it's gonna be h3, and it's gonna be integers, and then let's take just a random text and put it here so that we can see. How it looks. Wow, that's quite a stretch. Oop. And so definitely we don't want to have here minus spacing. We probably want to have it regular. And do I have here regular text? Yes, regular text. That's how we used to have it, right? So we have regular text, and let's say we put here white spaces, and then we can also include here images, right? At this point I can remove this, and I can probably also remove this. Yeah, it looks okayish, but it looks actually, I kind of want to shift it a little bit together, because Shift A. So I put them together in the auto layout. Now, the beautiful thing about auto layout, if you make the individual items field container, you should be able to resize them up. And move them as you move them. Yes, like this, right? Where's this one? So if I resize them, they're resizing with me. So that's kind of cool. One thing that I thought, maybe we could just move this thing. Oh, it looks awful. It looks awful. Integers. Let me add degree to see. Somehow I'm dissatisfied with how narrow they are. Or better to say how not narrow they are. It looks for me that the lines are way too long, but now that looks much better. If we could maybe shift it, so I don't like the spacing here actually. Maybe we could shift it once and then like this. That looks, I think this is the best look what we have. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. I like it. Now here I want to include some images so that we see how it works with images. And I'm gonna take some images what I already have from Cloud Prism. Gonna go to my blog and let's say lists in Apex. And I'm gonna save image as, download the image, and I'm gonna insert the image so that we can see how it works with the images. So downloads, and oh wow, that looks quite big actually. Whoop. And okay, how could I put this? Well, I think now I can't really have an image within this block, right? Because this is like a huge block of text. So instead of having this, I'm gonna delete it and I'm gonna create a new text block, and I'm gonna say, oh, come on. Just go here. Do I really need to like this all the time? Oh, wait, is there? No. Was not the best decision. So, now it fits inside. Now, can I move it inside? You know what? Let me delete those things and let me take this and let me. How can I delete auto layout? Yeah, awesome. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna align it so it has the same size, so that I don't need to resize it all the time. It has the same size. And now I'm just gonna create different blocks with it, and they're gonna indicate different blocks of text. And now I'm gonna take now the image is within. No, the image is fine. So I'm gonna take those blocks and put the image here between those blocks, and I'm gonna put auto layout anyway, so it's fine. And then we have image, which kind of feels like it should be in the middle, right? I actually don't know if someone knows how to deal with those things, because we have all the text we have aligned on the left, but now I'm putting image in the middle. Feels wrong, but that's what I'm gonna do. This is what I've been doing all the time. So it might be a little bit. It actually looks better. Actually, I am taking my words back. So it looks actually way better. That's one image. Another image. God, my side is completely out. Okay, another image would be this one. Save image as. Okay. So the image is there, and downloads. Here we go. Another image. just gonna copy the size here. And this. Okay, so so what is the more important, height or width? I think height is the most important, so I'm gonna stick to 40 for both of them, and width might be a little bit different for them. Okay, we have those two things. Now I'm gonna actually put a video there. Of course, I won't put like a real video, but I'm gonna go to the YouTube and I'm gonna make a screenshot of one of my videos. Channel. And let's say I'm gonna take a screenshot here of this one. No, what I want is I want to have this thing. So I want to have as if the video is working, like this screenshot. Gonna close it, don't need it. And it should be somewhere in the recents, here. That looks like a YouTube video is open, because this is what I want. I want people be able to watch YouTube video here as part of the reading journey. So that's the video, and gonna resize it to the 240, the size that we are using for elements, and I'm gonna align it in the middle. This is, imagine you're watching this, you're reading this. Looks like, gonna put it together here. And you know what, I'm gonna, there's no auto layout for that one. What is this then? Frame. Another thing that I would like to remove is that I don't want to have them together grouped, because this belongs here to the text. They have a little bit different relationship, I guess. So they should also have different spacing between this and here. Okay, so we have this, and then I'm gonna put it into auto layout, and everything gonna have the same margins here, which is really cool feature. Love it. So I think it looks good. I think it looks good actually. And let's put them together. And then those things also go into auto layout, and I can easily now modify here the margin padding, no idea how to call them. Those here I would probably move them a little bit less, like this. A little bit more. A little bit more. Let's say 28. How does it look? Looks nice. I like it. Let's check what Codegym uses here for between those two elements, because they definitely figured it out already for quite a time, right? Up. Margin top, is it this one? Okay, so they have a combination, so I don't really know, right? Because they have probably margin top, and then they have margin here, margin bottom. Yeah, so won't be able to actually read what kind of margins they have there, how many pixels they have the difference. But anyway, that's fine. So I think it looks okay. Nah, I really wanna move those elements a little bit between together. Yeah, 20, let's say 32. Say 32. Now the question is why this thing actually looks for me like it has much more of that's why, because it had this thing, line height, speak. Okay, nice. And here below there should be tasks, right? And some of modules, they're gonna be consisting out of those things plus task, and some of the modules they're gonna be consisting out of just tasks. So for us to add here tasks, we need to create this checker element. But before that, I'm gonna add footer, assets, footer. I love this drag and drop thing. I wish we could just click on the button and this whole website would come alive. But no, we're gonna need to develop it. Code every single margin. Even though I was speaking with Sasha, and Sasha said that there's none of the difficult elements. So when I showed this design to Sasha, Sasha was like, "Wow, this is actually quite an easy quite an easy task." So that's good. And yeah, nice. So I think this is enough space for the task, and we could make this kind of sticky, right? I mean, in the front end when we're gonna be writing the code, we can make those things sticky. Let me check how it looks. Integers, collections. Ah, that looks awesome. That looks awesome. I love it. That's exactly how I want to see it. And you can go here to the operations, for example. So you probably can't click on the operations because you have the sidebar here, but you can click on the variables, and then you're gonna go to some of the websites. Yeah, to this one, and you're gonna, no, not to this one, to another one, to this one, to modules, and then you can click on the modules, and then you go bam, and then you go back. So that looks awesome. I love it. Now let's create the checking element, and that's gonna be hell difficult. This is the most, and I'm not gonna stop stream until I have done it. This is going to be a hard one, because I have no idea how to do that. I don't like, so for example, here what Codegym have, what the hell? I don't like how it looks. Like, what the hell is class 3, for example? But it doesn't matter, because output, what they have, the output, it's gonna be, I think it's going to be bigger for us, because output in Apex, it's gonna be like a whole debug log, right? Unless unless we only output for a person system.debug if they were successful. But I also I don't know if that's actually still, if that's possible, if we can fish it out in this way, so that output is showing the debug logs, for example, how they do it here. Because I mean, for Codegym and for all these websites, it's so easy, because you just need to run the engine and you're good to go. But for Apex, we're gonna need to send it. We're gonna need to send it to the Salesforce. So basically, there are two options that I looked up how we can do it, the code checking part. And I'm speaking about it because it's gonna have an influence on how we design this element. The way to check code, there are basically two ways. We can either send it as an anonymous window, and anonymous block, and we can execute the anonymous block. Or another option, we can send it as basically Apex class, as an API call, insert this Apex class into the system, then insert our tests after that into the system, then run the tests. You see, the second option sounds like it's going to be it's going to take a lot of time. So it's gonna be like user will be waiting there for, I don't know, like let's say 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds until the tests run, and then the feedback is gonna be displayed. So whenever we can, I'm gonna try to have the first option. So I'm gonna try to have anonymous blocks sent to the org, which also means that, let's say we have 5 different tests here, and I'm gonna show the Salesforce side. I've been researching, so this is what I was off stream doing. I was trying how we can, with the Postman, how we can send the code there from the front end. So basically all of these tests, so those are tests, right? Requirements, they're reading like requirements, but basically those are tests. Those tests, they will be sent one by one in each request as an anonymous block, and this is what happens on the Apexsandbox. So if we go to the Apexsandbox, we can see that, and if you actually count how many requests is done to your org that you're connected, you can see that they're making like 10 requests for just one checking part. So if we run here for all these tests, each test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's gonna make at least 7 requests to the org, which is fine. And it's surprisingly quick for me. So I didn't expect it to be that quick. But anyway, I don't want to have it that way. So I don't want to have this button click run and have here. I want to have it more like actual component on the page. So more like this. I think it's more compact, and the best part about it is that we can take the layout of this component, we can create an actual React component with it, and we can reuse it then. So I think it's gonna be good. Now the question is, what do we have? We have couple of main blocks. Main blocks. One main block is actually code editor. Of course, that's the main block. It's gonna take a lot of space. Main editor. Then we have task description. And then we have tests, right? So those requirements. And then we also have yeah, I would say feedback or something. Feedback. So not only, this is the thing. What I wanna do. I wanna have not only just simple tests like it was passed or it was not passed. In the future, I also wanna give feedback to the code, like how well the code was structured, how are the best practices there, are they not? So we need those 4 blocks. Let's try to rearrange them just as a rectangles, right? So that's going to be, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. That's going to be the main, say it's going to be the main rectangle. Or let's use this one as an editor. So this whole thing is going to be it's going to be here. It's going to be the editor itself. Oh, gonna put this text here. It's going to be an editor. Then how much they have? I would say that the editor should not be super big. I mean, it doesn't have to be super big, right? So we can have it like this. because this is the way they have it as well. I think even this thing it should definitely take. Yeah, well, I actually like this layout. Not love. I kind of like this layout, but I don't like the things that are around it. So I think it's okay to have. Let's see how Campapex is actually doing that. Let's see how Campapex is doing that. I think Campapex is actually doing it very, very well. Yeah, this is how I want to have it. Probably I want to put it like this, so I want to make it smaller, because they are trying to basically fit here the whole text, and result panel I'm gonna make it smaller as well, like this. I think that would be, yeah, that would be nice. I think it's good. I think it's good. So that's going to be editor, and then I have here feedback, and we're just gonna add stroke here and whatever. I'm gonna make it for now like this, so that we can see different sizes and different colors. We can differentiate them visually. Yeah. Oh my god, this is the worst color you can imagine. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna remove stroke. So here we're gonna have the code, and here we're gonna have the task itself, and here will be the output. How, I think it's called Monaco editor, right? Monaco editor. Like this way, where you have basically VS Code style, like here for example, where you have VS Code style. I think it's called Monaco editor. TypeScript, Apex, dark. Yes, exactly. So this is Monaco editor, and do they have it for Figma? Nah, that's fine. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this editor, and like this, and it should be in the recent, and the color will be obviously matching this color. So, what we didn't really include is that the sidebar for actually running the exercises. But I think I'm gonna put it here for the sidebar. Yeah, I think it makes sense to put it there. And how is it? They have it here, but nah, I'm gonna put here. So yeah, I wanna have it relatively big actually, so that you can comfortably read it. And how should I make it from the just design standpoint? Like, that's definitely gonna be like this, and I can make it, for example, a little bit rounded. And this thing definitely not gonna be this color. So let's say we're gonna put, no, it's not a good color for that. Yeah, if we have dark, why don't we do, okay, here we have basically dark theme everywhere. Can we switch here to the light theme and see how they do it? Still Monaco editor, right? I think so. For now, we're not gonna implement the different themes, but I can switch here into this one, and I can screenshot this one, because for now we're only gonna have the white theme. Not gonna have the themes. Okay, like this. I think it's good. And now this is going to be white. Okay, and now this part is going to be something where I can easily read. So if I can easily read it, it should be black and white. So I'm gonna make it white as well. And then I can add stroke to it, those things, and I can add stroke to this thing, and I can make it 12 as well, and I can put them, for example, a little bit like this. And the screenshot, let me crop the screenshot a little bit so that it is a little bit more smooth. Like this, and also add the spacing here. And this thing, let's make it also white. Let's make it also white, add a stroke, and stroke should be everywhere too. That's the stroke that I'm using everywhere too. Wow, 21, nope, 2. And to here. So those are 3 elements, and I'm gonna group first this together and then this two. Now they're grouped. And before I group them, I'm gonna make them separately, because it's pain to modify components if they're in the auto layout. So I'm gonna take this, and actually I'm gonna make a component out of it, right? So I'm gonna take those things and here. And what do we need first? We need here some kind of run button, right? So I would say free. I'm gonna go and Google free icons, free SVG, and let's call it play. Play button, play button. This one I think is good to go. See if I can resize it. Yes. Nice, beautiful resizing. And not only resizing, also different color, black color here. And I'm also gonna add here a line and put like this. And it should be text here, run code. And what else do we need? We don't really need anything else, right? Run code. Ah, what else we can do? So first run code. I think it makes sense to make it bigger. Let's make it to a button. Let's make it to a button. Or my button, so CTA button. Do I want to have it as a CTA button? The same style, CTA button. Yeah, let's do that. Grant run code. That's actually very nice. And can I put there the icon? Yeah, now the icon should be white. What happened? Where's the icon? Oh, where's the... Ah, just was not put inside. Ah, how can I put it inside of the component? It's annoying that I cannot put it in the component. What if I put the SVG immediately there? Nope. Right. It fits quite well, but I wish I could put it inside. Because I want to have them basically responding together. Right, so... Can I group them together? Yeah, I could group them together, but it looks very, very strange. That's funny how I broke the whole button. Let's... I actually planned this thing as a shortcut for so that I don't need to create my own button, but it doesn't look like it's a shortcut. Can I test this one button? Because I have no idea how it looks. Where's the button? Ah, that's actually not bad. That looks awesome. That looks good. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Run code, so it's going to be instead of run code, it's going to be here. And I can even put them in the middle. That's nice. So, and then another thing that I want to have is instead of run code, I want to have something like get help, or like show hint. And get help was good. Get help. And instead of this, I'm gonna... What kind of icon should we use for that? Bulb. Yeah. Let's take this one. Why I can see it. Okay. This is one of those buttons, those SVGs that don't really work when we resize it. Let's take a simpler one. Let's take this one. I think I can't know in advance which one of them, how they're gonna behave when we resize them. Is this one? No, this one is doing the same. Oh my god. Okay, let's check another one. Let's check. How can I guess that? Let's check this one. Let's check this one. Nope. Okay, now I need to align it with date edit. Yeah, downloads. Still. Maybe it's the way I'm resizing them. I don't know. Somehow we managed to have 5 of them. Let's click on icon. Doesn't change anything. I don't know. Let's take this one as well. Let's test them out. Still, this is suspicious because... Huh. Am I doing something wrong right now? Because I used this one quite easy, so let me check. If I put this one and I'm resizing it, it works well. So that's the problem with icons. Okay, let's do something like book. Let's take this one. Oh, I think, what if those that are a little bit blue, what if they work better? Let's download this one. Doesn't work. And this one. And this one doesn't work as well. What the hell is that? I really feel like I'm doing something wrong. Icon. Just give me any. This one. Anything. Anything that works, please. Come on. Anything. Let's try this one. Let's put them all together here and see which one I can resize. No. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, that when... what if I'm resizing the wrong thing? What if I'm resizing... No. Nope. No. Okay, we had here another option. We had here plugins with icons. Let's search here for book icon. Ah, this one works. Nice. This one works. Finally. There's something. Resize it. Yeah, I think it's a... I think it's a good size. Hey, what's the catch with this one? It really can't be easy, right? No. Let me put it here. Okay. No, don't do that. Why are you doing that? I just want to put this icon here. No. Yeah. This finally. Oof. Okay. Does it look like book? I don't know. I don't know. I think the icon should be smaller. Here's 49. I think it should be smaller. Not that small. Let's say 40. 40 to 40. That's fine. You can change it anyway in the front end. So, and here's the stroke. I'm gonna reduce the opacity. I learned that if you reduce the opacity of the stroke, it looks immediately much better. So we have here run code. If you click on the run code, it's gonna execute the code and you're gonna have the output here. And let's call it not output, maybe feedback. Yeah, I think feedback is good. So we have feedback here. And how to do it? They have feedback here as a different, it's basically like a whole header, which kind of makes sense. So I'm gonna add a line here. And these things, I'm gonna group them together into layout, and I'm gonna say they should, each individual of them should fill container, and this one should fill container as well. And then I'm gonna put the container like this. Now I wonder why is it shifted here. I'm gonna shift here, and I'm gonna add here some spacing. So I'm gonna put it completely here, and then I'm gonna add some spacing here. Let's say here, let's say this, and like this. Let's make it a bit less. 14 I think is a good spacing. So feedback looks actually quite nice, and as always the stroke will be with less opacity, which makes it look good all the time. 30, I had 30 opacity here, and I'm gonna stick to the same opacity of 30. Feedback looks nice. Looks nice. Now the feedback, they have just this, right? So if I have multiple lines, are they adding multiple lines? Let's verify. No, they're not. They're not having here a counter like here with how many lines we have, which is fine. Which is fine. I also need some kind of indicator that the code is actually running. So I would like to have some kind of a progress bar. But before we do that, we need to put those things into auto layout and put them in the middle, and then put those things into auto layout as well and put them here together. And one thing that we could do is we can do like this here, so it's completely aligned. We can put it up, and now we can also take the same spacing as we used here, so it's going to be 20 and 14. 20 and 14. Wow, looks way not enough. 14, let's go to the 24. Yeah, 24 is good. And then this line, I think it should be fill container. Yeah. No, was bad. I think before it looked better when it was aligned with buttons. Okay, so we have this one. How do I indicate that they are actually running? I think I can add a progress bar here. I don't really know how to do the progress bar in Figma. Progress bar Figma. Is it loading, or is it is it already the progress bar? Yeah, show me. I want to see how that looks nice. I think with modifying a little bit the colors, I think it's gonna be good to go. Don't think we need to have any text here, and I don't think we need this glowing part. It's not responsive. Here we go. It's basically no. What's happening? Why is it shrinking? Yeah. Now that's exactly how I wanted to see it. Oh, shift no. This and now where do we want to see this thing? Do we want to see it here, or do we want to see it maybe here? Maybe here. And of course I can adjust the colors here to this one, and this thing to something that I'm also using, like this. Yeah, like this. Looks good. I think it would be nice actually to see it here where you click on the run code. Okay, can we do the field container here part? And this thing is also a field container. No, this can be like this. Still. Okay, anyway. I don't know what's the purpose of. Okay. Let's put it like this. Let's put it like this. It's gonna be in the middle. And it should be the same size as this thing. Now that looks not good. That doesn't look good. As an idea, we can move it here up. Or here down. Between the lines. Between those lines. And this, and then this will be indicator that we up. Nope, don't move this thing. Can make 0 and 0 here. No, not this. This, that's what I wanted to move. Up. And now this. I think this is good. Now I want to take this thing and I want to group it together with this component that I had. It's called progress bar. And now we have the same spacing between them. Nice. Yeah. That looks good. And that's not as important as actually shipping something. So that's fine. Now I'm trying to move my image. No. Okay, I hope you can see both. I hope you can see me and you can see what I'm doing, the design itself. Now here we need to have two things, right? So that's not it, but we are really close to wrapping it up. The thing that we need is still the text. So we still need to add here the text like this, and we still need to have the tests. So we still need to have some kind of indicators, what tests are passing, what tests are failing. I had here somewhere my list of what we need to have. We still need to have the tests part. And the tests, I'm gonna make a test as a component. And let's say variable is displayed, or let's say compiled without errors. Compiled without errors. And then for this we need to have two states, either failed or not failed or passed. So we need kind of an icon, and I'm traumatized by searching for the icon, so I'm gonna search here for check. And this one works good. Where did it add? Here. Oh, put here. Check, and let's say uncheck, or something like no. Fail. Not. Cancel. Yeah, I'm basically trying to find this. Let's say uncheck. I don't know how to call it. Delete. Is it possible that it's called delete? No. Can we call it no? Can we call it fail? That's way it's way different from fail. Ah, here we go. Please let it be resizable, please. I don't want to search forever for icons. Yes, it's resizable. Ah, that's nice. And it has the same style. Awesome. Awesome. 65 and 65. Let's make it 65 as well. 65. Ah, and now they're different because because it has way too many. Can I crop it? No, I can't. So I'm gonna need to make it. No, I'm gonna need to make it the same size as this one. And I think they're approximately the same size. Obviously, when we're gonna be writing it as a code, they're gonna be the same size because we're gonna be programming them in the same, so that they're the same size. Okay. Now, is it good, or should we make them a little bit? Yeah, like this. I think it's good. And I'm also gonna make here less space. Probably not 0, but let's say 20. 20 is good. And auto layout them. And I kind of want to make it component, and then I want to add the variant, and I'm gonna call this best, and this one would be failed. But now I want to change the icon. And now it's a really hard task that I don't know how to do. Like this. No. Change the icon. Where's my icon? If I click on it, it's here. Aha. Okay. I really... that looks very uneven. How can I remove from this SVG pass through? Is there a way I can crop it? What is flatten? Yes! Nice. Randomly guessed. Okay. It looks good. So it's failed and it's passed, and the only thing that I'm gonna change is the color of this icon. And let's see, the color will be, wow, that's an awful color. Let's say it's gonna be some kind of green. I'm still gonna be using dark colors because that fits into the design that we have. Nice. Now assets, and here tests. Looks nice. One thing though, I think one thing that we missed is actually not tests. Is actually first the definition of the task itself, because I was about to try to place this thing here, and it didn't really work. Now the idea that I actually got, what if we move this thing here? I don't see any user experience difference actually, so that's not that relevant. Okay, so here we need to have the definition of the task. So I'm gonna create here text, and let's say create a string variable called name, and this text is going to be regular text. Create a string variable called name, assign a value Alex to it, and output it into the console. And output it into the console. And then let's say create. Oh, let's actually try to see what they have here. Oh, this is awesome. Can we get another screenshot? Something that would actually reflect what I have in the task. Here, something like this. Yeah, I can modify it here, right? So I can say string variable string name would be equal. Let me remove this grammar checker. Name would be equal to Alex. And then system.debug name. And that's gonna be a screenshot. And I'm gonna put the screenshot here. Because the reason why I actually care about those things now is because I want to make, okay, the previous one was much better. That looked much better because yeah, it looked much better. So the reason why query bought this, carry bought this, query bought this, why carry bought, carry is it? Yeah. Whatever, English. Wow. So I'm gonna make a screenshot of this component and put it on the first page. That's why I'm actually paying attention to what I'm writing here. But anyway, I think it's gonna be fine. But let's create here just another task. Create. Assume you have, and a little bit more text. Assume you have a lead map variable of with key as a variable with how to formulate with key of lead record and value of lead record itself. Oh, this is actually terrible formulated. Create a for each loop with a SOQL query over the all leads in this map. Add an error to all leads. Add an Apex error to all leads. The error should say a lead with this email address already exists. Dot. Now can I think what I'm gonna do, because this is actually important, because I'm gonna be displaying this text on the main page. So I'm gonna go to the ChatGPT and I'm gonna ask, can you please make it sound more like native English speaker and check the grammar. Don't add new text, just fix the existing one. Yeah, that is actually better. that is actually better. Thank you, ChatGPT. And I probably need some kind of text. What is this? Just poll 24. Can I duplicate it and put here and task? Is it the way they have it? They just start with write a program, which is fine also to start, because it's kind of clear that that is the task. And I'm gonna align it with this thing, and I'm gonna add here a line, and I think it looks already really good. 30 opacity as always, and Shift A, those two things together, and both of them should feel container, and this thing should, the line should feel container as well, so that they are aligned. I think it's pointing not, yeah, the line should feel container. Whoop, that was strange. And anyway, so that's the element, and now here we're gonna have the tests. looks good. I like how it looks. We can do also the same thing. We can have the container here, and then we can have 24, 24, and 20 here from the sides. 20 from the sides. Am I missing something? Because it looks like they have here as well. Then let's not do that. Then let's have it as 0, and then just put them together like this. Yes. Okay. I like how it looks. Now we can add them together into the layout. And the next thing would be tests. And duplicate, nope. Switch back. Duplicating, 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 duplicating. Nah, not this. Shift A. Are they all... They don't look like they're on the same level, right? Shift A. Now it looks much better. So... Hey, why those are outside? Wait, let me go back. Let me go back, yeah. Control D for duplicating, and... Yeah, and... Okay, that works. Nah. Okay, now I'm putting them together. Now, why not this? What the hell is that? It's clearly selected. No, it's not. Okay, now they're... What the hell is happening? I think I just didn't see here one, that's why. What about this one? It is inside. What about this one? That's something else, right? Okay, can I just delete this one? And let's see, one of them is going to be in failed. Let's call it no errors during compilation. And then let's say leads are there is a for each loop that works. There's a for each loop. Another thing, the error message is added. What else? Lead map is used, and what didn't work, create a log record. And let's add here log the error with a logger it's fine, and put together. And then, you know what, I'm gonna remove the layout from those two, because what I actually need to have is the layout between, not those two, but between the three of them. So this frame, can I remove it? I wanna have this and this. ungroup. Yeah, so now I have this one separately, this one separately, and this one separately. Now I'm gonna put all of them into one layout. I'm gonna say Shift A, and that looks good. Okay, probably this one I'm gonna probably create here, let's say 20. What is here? 24, so I'm gonna create 24 here as well. 24. And just gonna put it exactly in the middle, and I think I don't need to put it in the middle, but I can create a larger white spaces so that we have more space. And that looks awesome. That looks awesome. And I can even remove here 24. I can make it, let's say, 12. And here, I think I also need to do here just to 12 something, because the jump here is way too big in comparison to here. Can I actually remove this to 0? Can I remove this one to 0 as well? Here we go. I really start appreciating the work of a designer, because this actually hard. It's actually hard. Nice. Nice, good. And now the last step is this and this into auto layout. And this whole thing, I'm gonna say task bar. Why not? So now for the feedback, first let's do the code. It's gonna be very simple. I'm just gonna put them into the auto layout, and here like this. Right now they're into auto layout, and I'm gonna say code bar. What is this thing? This is just this text. Okay, it's not important. So I'm gonna have the taskbar. I'm gonna have this. It's just variants. I'm just gonna put them here. Then, so I have the taskbar, I have the code bar, and now I need to put here something for the checker. Let's see. So for the checker, they have just output and here the feedback. I actually like how Campapex have done it. Hit the button to run your code, login to run. Let's say connect. We connect with some org. No, Cloud Prism. Why does it put me into this one? Yeah, this is an annoying thing in Salesforce, that Brave Wolf. Why? What do they want from me? What's wrong? What's wrong with the Brave Wolf? Let's go to the Trailhead and let's try to log in. To any org. Like, the login page of the Salesforce is so sticky. Look, I go to the login and it immediately points into the Brave Wolf. Like, why? Why? Please, Salesforce, don't do that. Okay, so here now I'm logged into Mindful Fox, whatever it is, and I'm gonna try to log in into the Campapex so that I can see how they display the feedback. Connect. Allow. Courses. So, where are my courses? I probably didn't click. Start. Run. Test result, could not find the comment. Run, could not find the comment. And here, view solution. Okay. So that's not exactly how I would want to have it. Because for me, the tests are already displayed on the left side anyway, right? So here I'm just gonna have a just simple text. Just going to say well, what should I, because the feedback, the actual feedback we already have on the left side, right? So the feedback, what went wrong, what not, is already on the left side. And what should I write here? I don't really have anything to write there. I mean, one of the things that I could write is I could just give some hints, like don't forget to create the actual logger record as stated in lesson 3. And then I can also say I don't know. I'm kind of, I don't know what to write there actually. If I don't know what to write, well, we can definitely say something like check this link, and then this can be a link somewhere. How can I make it underscore? Doesn't really matter. Check this link. Right? But if I have it, let's say I have it like this, and okay, what are margins here? 20 and 14. I'm just gonna add here 20 and 14. No, I'm not gonna do that because yeah, just gonna align it like this and put it all the way here, and now they are in the auto layout, and I can increase here the margin. No. Check this link. I could also create here, I could also write, so I definitely can recommend here some materials. That would be actually nice. So I think I can easily create that if this test is failing, then blah blah blah. If this test is failing, then blah blah blah. We can also create something like here's the test. Here is what we are testing for, and then something like a new logger record should be created in the database with a new log record should be created in database with created date today. The created date today. Yeah, something like this. Now I'm gonna put them into auto layout, and can I put this thing in the middle, or this whole thing in the middle? Yeah. Which I actually don't wanna do. I wanna rather put them there. Because it turns out that this feedback section is actually not that big. I'm gonna put it here, and that means that I can increase this section, which is good, because it's always good to have more space for coding, right? And that looks nice. What another thing that I can add in the feedback is I can add kind of like style analysis. So I can add here, for example, I don't know, the code there looks good, but for example, if they used, instead of lead, naming the variable lead, they would be using L, just one letter. We could say, don't name your variables with L. So we could run those type of analysis here on this check. Maybe we could add it as another button and display it in here to run the style check something, because I think at this point when we're gonna be running the tests, the most important will be actually quick execute the tests, not to give the full feedback, full analysis of the code. So it looks good. Now I'm gonna first put those two into auto layout, and then I'm gonna put all of them into auto layout. And all of them, I'm gonna call it checker element, and I'm gonna create a component out of it so that we can have multiple components. And I'm gonna take this checker element, where is that? Where are you? Here. And put here. It's very big. No, how can I resize it? How can I resize it? Maybe I can resize the initial component, but they look huge. How? Oh my god! Now here we go, Figma. Here we go, Figma. Field container, and this thing should be field container. And now no, that looks quite bad. Now this is hack. I don't want to hack it. I want that it fills the container. Okay. Another try. Okay, so this is for this individual component. Now we need to make them fill the container, but they kind of are filling the container. But what kind of container they're filling? Okay, let's take also this one and let's say fill container, and this one, and not fixed but fill container. Okay. Now they should be filling the container, and if this one is going to be fill the container, no, this one, no. Yeah, I mean, look at the line. The line works exactly like I want that, but I want that everything works like this line. Fill the container. What's with the line? Fill and fixed. But they're all fill container, right? Yeah. Now the text. Aha, now the text fills the container as well. And now if we take their container, nice. Okay, so now this container, it should be also filling the container. And then, now it works as I want. Now this thing, this whole thing should be also not fixed. It should fill the container. Now this thing, yes, that works as I want. But now this, the text is shifted. And now if I shift it like this, it says fill the container. So I'm gonna, instead of that, I'm gonna add here how can I add spacing to this? Type stroke effects. Yeah, let's fix it once we know what will be the size of the container. What should be the size? The size will be like this, so 845. That's the size for all of them. The size for the left column should be what, approximately 30%? 30%. Can we do here 845 3, and then we're gonna have a small margin here, and that's gonna be the remaining one, right? So let me take those and let me put it here in front of this component so that we know what will be their size. Oh, no, it's gonna be way smaller than I expected initially. So this whole left bar will be like this. I think it changes a little bit the situation, how I wanna display them. Probably we don't wanna have them 16. We wanna have definitely don't want to have any spacing in between. Ah, this is such a mess. No, this is really mess. First, if any of them has any margins outside, then then we need to delete those margins. So I have here 20, and I'm gonna delete. Can I even do that? Okay, we can start with buttons, because we can we need to make the buttons smaller. How I didn't think about what would be the size of the component. That's crazy. Well, I basically need to rework the whole component. Okay, let's start over one by one, right? Let's take those out. Let's take those out and make them outside. So I'm gonna duplicate this whole thing and I'm gonna move it completely outside. And let's see if the size of this one is good. I think almost like this. Now, if I take the text, I'm gonna put it here. And that looks good. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, so I have this part and this whole part is in auto layout, I hope. Yes, it is. Okay, so this part is done. Now, let's do this part as well. Go away here. Go away. Okay. Hmm. Oh, nice. Okay, whatever I've done, it worked. So, resizing it. Okay. Okay. Now, we still need to fix this part. That's the last part that we need to fix. And let me bring it. That's the size that we need to bring it on. It's way, way, way less than what we had before. It means that those buttons, they will get so small. And 24 is too much here. Probably need something like this, and I'm gonna align it in the middle. And this whole button gets smaller. Run code. No. No. Yeah, this. Ow. Okay, not doing that. Not doing that. I feel like it's still... I feel like it's still way too big. Wait, why did I actually decide that it's gonna be that small? Why cannot be... that big. Maybe not that big, but also not that small, right? Why can it take not 30%? Why can it take like 40% something? Let's try it before we make a component out of it. Let's try it out here. First, I'm gonna bring them. Well, I can make it even a little bit more smaller, and I think it's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna bring this button here back, and I'm gonna make the button. It's not button. There's the button. I think the button should still be smaller, but not not as small as I've done it now. Okay. And here's the button. That's not the button as well. Where's the button? Can I just copy the 127? And 54. $127? Yeah, good. This goes away. Any type of margin should go away. And then this thing, yeah, this is quite annoying here. They are not that resizable. You feel you aligned them, but no, you didn't. I'm just gonna recreate this component from scratch. Because this works actually not bad, this part. No, still I cannot just put them on the left side. Okay, before we actually do that, let me take it and put it here on the page so that we can see if that's any good. Yeah, it's definitely way too big. It's definitely way too big. We need to make it smaller, like this. Which means we're gonna need to make smaller the buttons and the text itself. So the text will be probably not... I mean, regular text is already what I'm using here, so I don't wanna mix up different text. I mean, the thing can be actually bigger, right? Because, so I'm gonna create here. Don't need this part. This one. And I'm gonna move it all the way here, and I'm also gonna move this part. Can I make it that long? I think it doesn't really fit. I think it looks way too big. I think it's super huge. Yeah, it's way too big. Okay, let me try to recreate this component. But okay, what about those? What about those? Ah, they are also way too huge. So if I try to align them here, for now, let's make it small. And let's take this one. And then if we do like this. Yeah, that would be actually the way to go. And I think I can I can make this part smaller. And this part as well, of course. Nope. Yeah, and then this part can be bigger. Yeah, that looks better. I should have started with this. I should have started with sizes. Lessons lesson learned. I'm gonna start with size now all the time. How they have it? How they have it for like longer tasks? Because this is I have quite a long description of the task there. Therefore, I might even need to implement some kind of I don't think I need. So let's say if the task will actually get longer, we're just gonna make this whole thing longer, and we're gonna put this here down, and we're gonna make this thing like this. Yeah, it's nice. So I mean, this is worst case, right? So not worst case, but usually the tasks, especially in the beginning, they're not gonna be that huge. So the tasks will be will be smaller. Because here I have usually the tasks, so like one of the first tasks. Let's have a look. I can show you what are the first tasks. I don't have here really tasks, but they would be, the whole solution would be following like this, for example, like this, right? Or the first task would be, I don't know, create a class with five variables. So we're not gonna need a lot of text for that. And if we need, we can make the component bigger so that everything fits. Or let's have a look how Codegym handles it. Let's say I'm gonna go to tasks, and oh, they're locked. Okay, they're locked. I still have 7. Let's try to find one that is. It looks like it has more description. I like this one. I can't, right? I can't, damn. Guess I need to follow the course. I'm just gonna... Let's see if I click on open. It opens for me the editor. Yeah, and again they have quite... I mean, this element looks quite big, right? Let's see what is computed. I want to see what is the font size. 15. And I have... And I have 18. Oh. If we do it, let's say 15, definitely makes it way smaller. And surprisingly, I just found a way to resize them so that they're on the same level. If we also make here text, aha, here 16, let's make it 15. And let's make it 15, and this one 15, and this one 15 as well, and this one 15. No, why we are doing this? If we have here, we have a component that is responsible for that. So let's make it here 15. It's aligned on the left, and let's make this thing smaller so that it matches. And then I need to make the same 18, 18, and I'm gonna put it here, 18, 18, and 15 here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It's actually not bad. It's actually better. It is actually better. And I'm gonna move it here like this. Okay, now the only thing is to deal with those. And I think even the button here is fine. Let's resize this, I don't know, whatever it is. Let's resize it all so it fits. This button. So what is this? It's 14, let's make it 15. So we are consistent everywhere. 15, 21. Can we make it also 18, 18? 18, 18. Yeah. That looks good. That looks good. Now this whole thing will be also 18 and 18. And the text here will be 15. Text, where are you? There we go. Now the button itself 127 and this button 127. Good. So it looks like they are quite on the same page. And if I take the button, text and the icon, and are they aligned in something like this? Yeah. Okay, whatever. No, what is this? Okay, some hidden text. Okay, the frame for that. What about the frame for that? They definitely not aligned, right? Definitely here's different alignment. I think, okay, I think it has something to do with this button. Now, are they in the center? Looks like they are. And now this thing. Can I put it on the same level? And on the same level here. Yeah, nice. Okay, the button, the line also gonna be like this. And what was this line? This line doesn't even belong here, it should be here. And let's make it also like, no. Can you just make it the same height, same width as this one? It's 306, and this one is going to be 306. Doesn't work for that one. Ah, that's maybe with the container for this one. This one was 273. I see. 273 and 273. No. 273. Okay. Now this alignment and this is aligned as well. Like this, and now all of them are still grouped, right, in one big. No. Yeah, they are. No, they're not. So I can put them all together into auto layout. And now those two things are in the auto layout too. Okay. Okay. Does it look good? I think it does. I think it does. Some kind of heading is missing, right? Here they have a clear heading. If we remove this heading, how it's gonna look like? Like, I don't have any of those headings at all. Like, I don't have this whole thing, and I also don't even have those things. But that's fine. Okay, let's group them into component. I'm gonna take them, and first I'm gonna group them again into the auto layout. Ah, no, because first we need to group those two into auto layout, and then we need to put this and then group them in auto layout. And this thing I can call code checker, and now I can move it here. I'm gonna leave the old one just in case we need it, and the only one thing I'm gonna move it into the bin because we're not using it. Here, remove those, the text, don't need the text anymore, and this I will make a component out of it, and assets. Okay, maybe one thing that I could do is, what if I add stroke? And what if I removed the spacing between them? No, don't do that. Yeah, this one. What if I remove it and now here we go. Typical problems. We move one part, now that doesn't move. If I take the rounded parts and I make, instead of rounded, I make it completely, instead of I make 0, but now instead of that I'm gonna have a stroke here, and it's gonna be, let's say 2, or let's say even 3. It's even 3. It's gonna be a little bit rounded. Let's say 7. Can we do 12? Let's say 12. And no, let's go back to what we had. And effects, drop shadow. And I really like more rounded. Doesn't look like it makes any influence though. Because yeah, I do want to have it outside, and I want to have it less rounded so it looks more rounded at the end. Yeah, the thing is that those components inside, they are already rounded. Not rounded, right? That's the catch. So if I click on this one, for example, what if I remove stroke completely? Nah, doesn't really matter. Looks strange. Looks very strange. I know what we can change. We can take the stroke that we have here and we can make it, let's say 5% visible. And the same we can do with those strokes here. 5% visible, and the same with this stroke, 5% visible. Nah, 5% looks looks not good. Let's do it 30% so it's aligned with all the visible things that we have. With all the lines that we have. 30%. And it's going to be 30% as well. That looks better. And it looks like a complete component, right? So it looks like it belongs together, because before it looked like 3 different components. Now it looks like it belongs together, and yeah, I think it looks nice. Wait, what? You wanna say it's not aligned with this one? What? Oh, it is. Whew. Approximately, not 100%. Ugh. That's fine. That's fine, I don't want to change it. It looks good enough to start with programming. It looks good enough to start with programming. I'm gonna align it in the center, not in this center. In this center. And now this and this and this, they going into auto layout. No, they don't. They don't. But at least those two, they go into auto layout. Right, and now I can modify the spacing here. That would be the task. That would be the task here, to solve the task, right? And then another thing that we can do is we can add, for example, yeah, we can add one of those, for example. And let's see what I have here in assets. Yeah, let's see if I can easily modify those. yeah, I mean, when I use something that was from the internet, I can modify it easily. But when I do it myself, they look very different. They look very strange. Anyway, so here, let's call it task 2, and this is going to be task 3, and that's going to be task 4. I'm gonna group them 16, and then I would like to group, I would actually like to group those two. So I want to remove the grouping between those two frames. So this is the frame and this is the frame and this is their grouping, and I want to say ungroup, because first I want to group this one. No. Wait, I want to ungroup the code checker. I want to move it out. Group. Yeah. What did I ungroup then? What did I ungroup? Anyway. Code checker and tasks. And code checker and tasks, they're gonna be grouped. And I'm gonna make here a little bit more spacing like this. And when you click, they should be changing. Should be changing. Yeah, that looks great. And now I'm gonna take this one, and that's what I'm gonna group together. And I'm gonna put it like this here, maybe a little bit more. And I'm gonna make it also like one more thing to this page, which I wanna add is I wanna add here a button which gonna say next lesson or previous lesson, and then we can try it out. So I'm gonna here CTA, and it's gonna say next. How to call them? Next what? Next lesson. Let's call them lessons. Next lesson, and it's also gonna have here next. Arrow right. I'm gonna have this thing. And limit. I have a limit here. Oh, damn it. I have a limit. Didn't know that. Where did you add it? Where did you add? I can draw it myself. If I have a limit, I can draw it myself. Pen. Nope. No. Okay. I'm taking my words back. Okay. Well, actually, wait. I think I have already it. Why am next lesson? This one. It's just that I need to duplicate it, and I need to shift it here. And then I need to duplicate it, and I need to shift it there, like this. That's all I need. And for the button, I'm gonna align everything on the... It's interesting that if I put this, they align in different side. Definitely something wrong with this component. Hey, why? What's going on? This button is really, really strange. Like, what the hell is that? Ah, because it's aligned on the left. Okay. No, not because of that. So this thing is aligned on the left. Actually, can I take those two things and can I say, can I just leave them here for the navigation? No, that doesn't, right? That doesn't really indicate what it means. It doesn't really indicate what it means. Okay, what if we add here text and say next? Next lesson? Yeah, that's good. That's good. And here I'm gonna add and say previous lesson. Hey, what was that? Yeah. Why is it getting together? What the hell is that? Yeah, but what the hell is that? What are you doing? You know what? Let me duplicate this. Yeah. Ah, no. Let's go back. Let's go back. This previous lesson. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Let's not hang out with those parts. Okay. I definitely wanna align them on the same. Yeah. This. I mean, we can also have this task element somewhere in between, right? So we can put it like between the text. But this frame, let's say navigation footer, and I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it below here, like this, so that we have the same distance here. Let's check it out how it looks. Now it's all, of course, cannot click it because it's not real code. But in terms of readability, I think it looks awesome. Well, video can be a little bit bigger, but those are details that we actually gonna do while we will be coding, because it doesn't make sense to do these details now. And I mean, it's not gonna be like one-to-one the same what we have now, but it's important that when we code that we have something to reference, that we actually have something to see, because if we just code just out of the head, that's not gonna work. It's never a good idea. So, and the tasks here, they look good. And previous next lesson, I definitely can add hover here, but I'm not gonna do it in Figma, I'm gonna do it in the coding. And I think the writing code part is good. I think we might need to make it here bigger, and the code itself, I mean the code looks kind of small for some reason here. And another thing that I realized that I probably didn't do, I didn't make this 15. And this is good how it is now, because it should be aligned with the same font size as here. And I would like to make a better screenshot for this one, because, or actually that's good, actually that's fine, because now I'm gonna put it into my smaller screen so that I can make a better screen. Because it's gonna be hard to substitute the image. Let's see. So we have here an image, and wow, it was way easier than I thought. I thought now everything is gonna be I am a little bit dissatisfied with how it looks now. I think previously it was better. Ah wait, where's the code? Where's the not code, where's this thing? Huh. We're supposed to have code here, right? And we don't. Learn Apex in a interactive way. And this is very odd. This is very strange. And I have here mistaken an interactive way. It's very strange. Very strange. Now another thing that we can do is we can actually go to Canva, and we can take the screenshot that I did, and we can modify it in the way that it will fit into the first hero section. What the hell is happening with my internet? There's the screenshot. And I'm gonna remove I'm gonna crop the image so that we remove the shadows. That's not the image. It looks a little bit strange to have shadows here actually. But now what we can do, we can add here arrows, like that's gonna point and say, for example, this one. We can do it our color, and it's gonna say, is it though our color? Let's see what is the color that we are using usually. Where is that? I should have it saved. Okay, a little bit different color. Okay, so here we can say something like get immediate, get your code automatically checked. And let's make it just as well. Oh, there's no just. Huh. Well, I wonder if we can actually do all of these things in Figma. Let's take the arrow. Here's what we can do. We can put multiple things. We can say here, get your code automatically checked, and then here like write code, and then here we can make another arrow in another style. Let's see what will be some similar arrows, like this one, for example. Let's delete this and delete this arrow. Nah, I don't like this. This one. This one. Yeah, looks better. This one. Let's make it smaller, and like this. And here could be feedback for your code, something like this. Let's try to download this, download selection, and now I know that I can set the transparent background, download. Let's see. If we would be using here auto layouts, if I delete the image, everything's messed up. I think it's good to have, okay. This is actually good, I like it. For now, let's make it on the size of grids, yeah. This, what's going on here? Yes, that looks great. And this also, and now we're gonna align it here. I think we're gonna need to align this in the middle. Yeah, looks good. Now I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna put text here, and text automatic code checks, and that's gonna be definitely not roboto. Let's say module items, automatic code checks. deprecate this. Where are you going? Instant feedback. Instant feedback, and another one would be write code directly here. Write code directly here. How can I say it in a better way? Directly here, directly on the website, directly on the platform. Too many words. I wanna have 3 words maximum. Write code. Oh, online editor. Online editor. That's the nice way to put it. That's the nice way to put it. Here. Online editor. That looks awesome. That looks awesome. Now where's this thing, rectangle? Now I wanna do something about it because it's way too distracting. And I could probably even put it like this here. It's still way too distracting for me. I think, yeah, I think it goes way too beyond. Yeah, layer blue. Now how do I make it? Okay, let's make it a little bit more blurry. Like this. How about this? I love it. That looks awesome. Let's check that out. Come on, image. Automatic code checks, instant feedback, online editor. This course is this is awesome. This is exactly how I would like to see. Outcomes, read. This is good. The spacing between elements could be better though. We should add the spacing. Okay, I made it a little bit smaller so that you can also see everything here. Looks really great. The spacing between elements here. Let's make it more like this. Let's start it again and see how to, and spacing here. It's way too much. Okay. Let's see how about now. Login, contact, home, instant feedback. This is good. This is good. Love it. I think it fits very well. So like it shows, you can't really see what's written there, but it shows the checker, the main feature of the website, right? And let's check this one, and this is how it looks inside. And the checker is here, and you can do different different tasks there. And let's see, so Igor is working on those things and about us page, but those are more like additional pages. And here the reset password, I think it's good. Maybe I'm gonna need to modify it a little bit. It looks actually good. Create new, change your password. Looks like, yeah. I'm gonna give feedback to Igor then, and he's gonna modify it. And we are done. We are done. We are done with the designing this part. It means that we can actually start finally with the coding part. We already have something to code, right? So we already have some code base, and from Monday I'm gonna start with coding. Thank you everyone. Write comments, subscribe to the channel. Thank you everyone for sticking with me for that long. That looks awesome. I'm really excited. Write comments and see you in the next one.